I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. Run away, I don't have to plan it. I can go, change my fate, you won't understand it. All alone, that's okay, people I can't stand them. They don't want me to change, keep me where I'm standing. And I don't wanna be where I am. And I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory, yeah. Don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring, I just want a life that is worth every day exploring, My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. 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 Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Well, how's it going, people? We're jamming out at the beginning here. Oh, yeah. Hopefully everyone is doing well on this Thursday, if it's Thursday for y'all. But yeah, we're doing the new story quests and probably the new hangout. I've never done any of the hangouts, but might as well do the newest one. See how it goes. I mean, I did get him in one of the things here. Haizu. Is that how you pronounce it? Haizu? Probably botched that, but yeah, I did get him. But, yeah, Diluc's got a new new outfit and new basically added to his flames and whatnot. Looks dope, in my opinion. I wish they added more outfits, in my opinion. I wish you could craft more, but it is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna start off with Kazuha's story quest. See how it goes. Maybe. Oh, we didn't get this chest? Oh boy. Oh, it's your lucky day, alright. Time for you to die. What? Bruh. I don't want to cook. I will treasure this good fortune. Ba-ba-boom. Yoom.
On Inazuma. So many things have happened since then.
As a blink of an eye.
Definitely made some progress on our journey. So, where should we go today?
Wait a moment.
Huh? What's up?
Well, that looks interesting. Be careful.
Hey, what the heck was that for?
Hello, sir. Time for you to die, sir.
All right, let's get this.
Sudden attacker? That's all we got. Bruh.
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all?
You okay, man?
Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person,
You should. Hey, Paimon.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animal vision. That's none of your business.
Now it's our business.
You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
Now it's our business. I mean...
what the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha.
Very smart for once.
He's mean. I'm unsmart lots of the time. Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go find Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back. Oh? What kind of special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other? Yeah. Maybe a little. But then again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything.
Well, I mean...
Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's go tell Kazuha so we won't get into any danger. Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
Hey, the Crux fleet. Get to see Beto. Hell yeah. Did I see? Oh, I did see it right, but can I reach it? Probably not. So close. Oh, we got it. It's like, reach for it, reach for it. Chow, what's up, man?
Hey! Hello? Do you know where Kazuha is?
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all.
What?
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha. If it's because of that battle on Mizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but she just laughs it off.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did.
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Yeah, he blocked it.
Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
Because most people get turned into ash after getting hit by that.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryou Commission. They said they had something important to discuss with him.
Something important? Oh.
I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable. Thank you! Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryou Commission.
All right then. I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
What crowd? Bruh. Bruh, what crowd? What? Not much of a crowd right here. A 10-year-old commission. Oh, wow. All the way back there. Damn. Damn, boy. Whoa, what's with the dun 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 dun?
It's you. Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The
Why does that
Tri-Commission has made a
sound like
recommendation to use this
Josh
opportunity to
Greel?
restore the honor of the Kaidahara name.
That's who it
Regarding
sounds
the
like.
history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In
A
short,
thing or two.
there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaidahara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering
Leave it to the
Kaidahara
Fatui.
has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
Wow, long-winded.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun, and the Shogunate at large.
Oh.
However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaidaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City, with the almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
Eh?
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode.
Oh?
My ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaidahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaidahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
Oh, jeez.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
And then there's us.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then, what brings the two of you here?
Oh.
Yikes! We nearly forgot about the most important thing!
Oh, Jesus. Look how serious our face was.
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No. This puzzles me as much as it does you.
Oh.
My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaidahara sword art, focused on blade testing.
Sword art on
Full
just
repertoire
kidding.
of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back! This guy was a serious nutcase.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
Or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well.
There we go. Please stay safe. We will try, man. We will try.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
Well, mostly aggression towards you, Kazuha, but we won't go there.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
Good form. Good form. Okay. I could teleport. Yep. I was gonna say 200 meters. Can definitely teleport.
like to ask you a quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaidahara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh?
Oh.
You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking for him. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to obtain Mr. Kaidehara's personal information.
Well, damn.
Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions? Of mora? Whoa! Oh, wait, even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaidehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention.
Oh.
If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
That does make sense.
Paimon was gonna be like, that doesn't make. Oh, wait. Shit.
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
Is that your way of giving me praise? Or I'm not usually...
I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. And it would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
We'll find
It seems
him.
you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I
The
can.
dude, he got his friend's
Oh,
basically vision
Actually,
activated.
there was one strange incident over the last few days. It
Oh.
doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Oh.
Nova. Now there's a familiar name.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. 2 grown men going missing at the same time. Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank
That's
you,
for
Yuya.
sure.
We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma Smithy.
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
All right. We'll just go down here. Literally just walks 10 feet.
If it isn't Kaedehara Kazuha, what brings you here today?
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans.
Oh.
After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
Gokaden?
Let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5 most acclaimed bladesmithing arts in Inazuma.
Oh, damn.
The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen. Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade. Today, only the Amenoma clan has kept its art alive.
Oh, damn.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialties. And just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other.
Well,
As
damn.
an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water, as it turns stone to sand. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice. Day in,
Day
and day out. Until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind,
Mind. Whoa.
from the moment that forging begins.
Well, that does not surprise
For
me,
only a
his
blade
personality.
thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner.
Oh,
You
okay.
are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive.
I
and
just
well.
noticed that. The one eye looks like he can't see out of, but this one still has the pupil. This one he doesn't. He lost vision.
My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryo Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss.
Oh, there's
on
his
what to
pupil,
make of
but
it.
like, it looks like that eye is like completely
But I've
blind
done what I can so
and in the
far.
right angle.
Worrying is futile.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too.
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse.
Oh.
And neither of them came back.
Fire?
Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon.
There we go.
Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging.
but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality.
Oh.
He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Oh.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person.
Well, I
He
mean,
is
maybe
humble
he's
and
possessed.
kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason.
Oh.
But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell nor fair warning. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway, should you find him,
Possession?
please let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry, you have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
Nagato. Nagato. From Naruto? Ay, ay, ay. Oh boy.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
My
what?
husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
What do you
No,
mean
no,
you owe?
You misunderstand us.
Hold up.
We're here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again.
Oh?
I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. We're still trying to find out as much as we can to inform our search.
Inform our search.
With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, I'm struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things. He'd
Oh.
always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him. Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by...
Well then.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things.
More and more
even
things.
resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them.
Jesus.
Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance.
Possession.
I'm happy he has a hobby and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but on the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said,
Oh
if he
shit.
refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Oh shit. This just got real.
Whoa.
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
I mean, it's important to set
Had I
boundaries.
indulged
Like,
his bad habits,
damn.
we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
Without a trace.
I see. I understand. Amenoma Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Maybe he was feeling the pressure from the debts?
I don't know. He just disappeared after the wear. Perhaps he's too afraid to come
Possession?
home, now that all his
We've seen it
connections have been lost
before.
in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him, we're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye.
See?
If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period. But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Amenoma Yuya is also a mild-mannered man who would not be likely to start an argument. This situation is getting a little
Possession!
A little confusing. More like completely mystifying.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much.
We'll try to get him home.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp and... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while.
That took a lot for her. That's a lot of brain.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle. Working off what we know so far, there are too many things that don't add up. The chances are that there are still some clues left for us to discover. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive.
Doesn't make
Neither
sense.
Seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire. The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there, right? Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Agreed.
Let's keep going, since if we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be able to find some shreds of evidence.
Oh. Oh, 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 do, 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 bam, 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 bam. Designer.
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound.
Oh boy.
It's right around here somewhere.
There's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami. Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation.
Let's go.
We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Slowly. Slowly and steady. Onward.
Huh. So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place, but the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will.
Well, damn.
Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth.
This is
You
true.
needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
Basically, yeah. Like, it's not a life or death situation.
Huh.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It
Oh.
looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary. Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us.
Warehouse
What we can do now is
boogeyman?
keep
Come on,
searching in the
Paimon.
direction that the Tatarigami energy source left this place. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them. Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from. Quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you.
Follow the shadows.
From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here, and seems to be dissipating slowly. Quite possibly.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Well, damn. Oh, shit. He's the only one alive. Oh, reinforcements? Bring it on!
It's
Danzo.
Ooh! Look at this red stuff!
Everything's on fire.
by the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
Red dive.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping here to write this letter when his strength gave out.
So, where is he?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us.
Yeah.
Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing more for us to find here. Yes, right now we need to uncover some more important truths. If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
Right, so let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he too fell prey to the influence of
Well,
the
that's probably why
Tatarigami.
they got fighting each
For a
other.
practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill. All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected, it seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea. On with the search. We must
Onward.
Stay vigilant. At any point,
Onward
we
to
may find
victory.
ourselves in danger.
Sorry, I saw a chest up here during the cutscene.
I have no need.
Oh, what do we have here? Ooh. Sir! Sir! No.
He seems to have stayed here for a long time.
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time. Show yourself!
Well, damn. It fucking has that calm demeanor, but like, boom, show yourself. Oh, damn. Hello.
Kaede Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before. What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amenoma Yuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
The
Now
blade.
that you mention it, It is giving off a strange light.
There's like an inverse going on.
Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects and works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity.
Well, damn.
The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Amenoma Yuya's body.
Well, damn.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter.
Well, at least we
Many,
know the
many
truth.
years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaidahara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed, and sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated in his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own. In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade
In the
entire
world. Damn.
So, swords have become conscious?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and
Well
well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action.
Well then.
After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each
Well then,
bringing me
jeez.
one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
Ah, so Amenoma Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission.
Well,
When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma at long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you. And by your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden Shogun. Kaidahara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be now. Give your body over to me!
oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey now. Ooh.
Shine down!
Here,
Torn to oblivion!
let me use it.
Join me and sever that divine light!
Rebuild! Billowing surge!
Wind strike!
Rewrite history! Do
Well
not
then.
stand in my way, or I will strike you down to...
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My
Jesus.
consciousness shall endure.
Paimon doing her little stomp.
By any means necessary and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill my destiny!
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art, but from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance. as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner.
It's not wrong there.
I've seen inside your mind. Everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time.
You were trapped.
After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectible.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collect.
What of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. I think you realized your limitations long ago.
Well then.
The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run from the truth. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become...
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You
I
sound...
returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed no disregard for human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired? Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding.
Well
How
done.
could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony?
Silence, you blabbering fool. I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly.
And you should face reality.
Snap back to reality.
For you to say.
Up to goes gravity.
Offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaidahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet, and I will put your strength to the test.
Oh.
Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions.
Well then.
This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenome Yuya fell prey to it.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me.
Hell yeah.
We have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We'll find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights.
Oh.
If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't...
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
Should fit the
All
bill.
right. Please lead the way.
We will.
What about Amenome?
The blade says he'll let Amenome Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay, fine.
It's not the best idea, but it'll work. I think. Let's teleport her up to here. On that note, I will be right back.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
Another bad one? No, let me try again.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled. Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled. Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
Wish my sister could play hide and seek with me. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
Another bad one? No, let me try
Talk
again.
to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
Wish my sister could play hide and seek with me. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
Wish my sister could play hide and seek with me. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled. Whenever you are troubled.
But I'm right here. I'm the Electro Archon. Alright. Well, the same warehouse. Up. No animo, yeah.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Let's get down to business.
Time to go.
There's more.
The wind knows me.
So finally,
Into the wind.
Damn. Okay.
To the very.
He's pretty good at animo.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he's instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
Oh.
Let's get down to business. Very finally. Let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business and defeat the Huns.
More.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Damn.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Huh.
Into the wind.
And over.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire...
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
Ishin's grown a bit dimmer again.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
Oh.
New form? What are you talking about? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs saving anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Here they are. Take them down.
Where do they keep coming from? Yup. We can help this time.
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Just more of the same.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Oh.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years.
Oh, damn.
We have formed a close bond during that time. Plus skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though
Well,
you
damn.
tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach.
Well, damn.
The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the truth.
He gave me everything.
A life of my form.
My consciousness and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy. How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Well,
Where
damn.
are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
True.
When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. A newly forged blade lay by his side. Listen.
Wow. That was the blade's memory.
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He
Well,
spent the
damn.
rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith,
Aw.
that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right.
Well,
I
damn.
believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Don't lose your way.
Shame it's too late
Ba-da.
now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on,
It's never too
his
late.
ambition remained stubbornly stuck
Never
at that
too
fleeting
late.
moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Yo, Blade Bro, how you doing?
Back in the past, I can remember the day of my forging. I once told him that I would pay for darkness, slaughter numb the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also...
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement. but I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I...
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your...
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot mild. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker, alas, nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely that you are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh.
And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. You must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
Maybe.
I see. He used my body. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryo Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Oh. All right. Down there. Fox. Hello, Fox.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Crash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has us still. Even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaidahara.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenoma Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Hell yeah. Oh, okay.
One with nature. Time to go.
Yo, bro, where'd you go?
Into the wind. The wind knows.
Jesus. Well,
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedehara Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes. I too trust Mr. Kaedehara to do the right thing.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. He would like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
Probably to
I'm
fix
not
himself.
Sure. I think that all this is about to come to an end.
It is a battered and broken blade, and anyhow.
It's Yuya!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
Da-da-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba.
Prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon that controls the human mind.
Yep.
Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well. Ryuji, from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency, tells me that they've found the missing Mr. Nagato.
Oh.
Really? Is he okay?
Yes. Badly wounded, but he will live.
That's good. Jeez.
And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after...
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade...
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it.
I trust you, Jasmine.
I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready.
Let's begin.
Let us be.
Boom, boom, boom.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guy with the top hat? How are you doing?
Right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come.
How are you doing this fine evening?
To prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands. It will still fulfill his final wish.
My day's going pretty well.
Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Well, damn.
Rest in
Nah,
peace.
now it's a fine blade. Damn. You doing good? That's good.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart, only in the final moments before his conscience.
That's a cool looking blade, though.
Willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really, really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
That's true.
Kazuha?
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Bring. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost.
No lives were lost.
The Tenryou
Almost
Commission
lost,
already
but
attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
that's good.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please, take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By
Looks
means of a
sick,
series of
though.
fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
There we go.
Well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Thank you for your generosity.
Well, that works out perfectly.
Kazuha?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
See where the wind takes me. Aye, aye. What a guy. What a guy. Oh, you also get that blade too. What? Word? Also, it's 4-star? Was it? It looks sick, though. Huh. You get a free blade and a free 4-star. Damn. I wonder, though. I just want to see. What it needs. Oh, so this specters, and from this, huh? Makes sense. The blade looks sick, though, in my opinion. Well, that was cool. Time for the next. Where will your journey take you, traveler? So, holy shit. So there's multiple endings to this? Begin hangout. Never done one of these before, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Something in my Hey. Why, hello there.
What if the traveler is also unavailable? What am I supposed to do?
Well, that's your problem. It was your choice to get into this mess. Oh, but fortunately for you, it appears your savior has just arrived.
Sango.
Ah, traveler. Great, you made it.
So, is this like a...
Well, it's not like you were ever really busy to begin with.
Excuse you?
Songo, compared to the traveler, you're the one who has too much free time.
No, I'm very busy. I'm busy standing here. I have to stand here all day.
Even if it's a commission you're unwilling to take, your excuse is just pathetic. Yes.
So this is almost like a
Allow me to explain.
Story, like the... Well, I'm trying to think of it. It's like the visual novel.
Recently gone missing. No one has seen them, and their whereabouts are currently unknown. The Tenryou Commission has entrusted us to find this person discreetly because it would be a hassle for them to look for this person openly. Their name is
Kujosara. That's right. The general has gone missing.
If the general was really missing, the Tenryou Commission would have flipped Inazuma on its head by now. And do you think they would only commission us for a case like that? Please ignore Songo's nonsense, traveler. In fact, the missing person's name is Shikanoin Heizo.
Heizo.
He works as a special
That's how you pronounce it.
Although his rank is merely a doshin, he is quite competent and held in high regard by the police station.
Do they think he's more competent than me?
Yes. Fuck off.
We get that you don't want to help Songo, but could you at least try not to make things more difficult here? Sorry, traveler. Even though I accepted the commission, as you can see, Songo's less than thrilled to be involved in this case.
Pay
Nope,
too low.
Not even close. If you really want to know why, it's because I absolutely refuse to deal with that brat's nonsense.
That brat.
Shikanoin has gone missing would be Shikanoin has been missing for 100 years.
Well, damn.
Needless to say, Songo and Heizo have a bit of a well, it's a little more serious than that.
Oh, they used the date?
Songo, Heizo was an obstacle in her path to the Temple of Truth.
Like a yappy dog that was constantly in the way.
Even though Heizo has a unique personality, he's actually a nice guy. Really, I've learned a lot from him. So I can't just ignore this case, even if Songo doesn't approve. At the very least, I could entrust the commission to someone capable and trustworthy, like you, traveler. huh?
I see you're outsourcing it to me.
Listen, I'll
It's
pay
not
the
like
entire
that.
amount originally promised by the Tenryo Commission, and I'll even personally throw in some additional funds. I'm really
Deal.
hoping you can take this commission, Traveler.
You got yourself a
If
deal,
Heiso
man.
truly is in danger, I know he'll be safer with you by his side.
Are you close
Actually,
with him?
we get along great. But Sango has always asked me to keep my distance and not to act like I know him in public settings. So, when people ask, I usually just say I've met Shikanoin a few times. If it hadn't been for today's incident, well,
what?
let's
What
not
would
get
you
into
do?
that.
Huh?
Anyway,
What was that?
Could you
What was
please
that?
help look for him? Well, that's about all I have to tell you.
Why is it? So the hangouts are basically it's weird. So hangouts are almost like visual novels, like visual novel games. In a sense, except for this type of part. This part.
Oh, it's you, the captain of Swordfish 2? My name is Shibata. I'm in charge of the watch here.
Shibata.
Inquire as to what the captain needs. So his name is Shikanoin Heiso, huh? Yes, I'm familiar with the detective. He used to stroll around the area. Her Excellency had assigned me to keep a close eye on him at the time, fearing that he would do something unpleasant. But I eventually realized that he acted more like he was on a trip or something. Come to think of it, I believe he was recently spotted in the area east of the Sanganamiya Shrine. Please feel free to go there and take a look for yourself.
Wait. How haven't I noticed this before? Okay. No idea why I haven't noticed that, but cool. Usually anytime I spawned in there, I would...
Come on, you guys. I'm nothing but a poor tourist with empty pockets. Please, you can just let me go.
Hold up, I got stuck. Hold up. Silencio. Get over here. Alright.
Well, well, look who it is.
Well,
I
well.
was wondering who could be valiant enough to wipe the floor with these guys so easily. Turns out it was the distinguished traveler. Really, I can't thank you enough. Of
Have
course
we
I was
met?
aware of you long before you arrived in Inazuma. Though the Sakoku decree managed to keep the country locked up, it wasn't able to stop the incredible stories about you. Every
Oh.
day, all of those little stories would come scurrying over to my desk, like files with little feet. I was actually thinking about going to meet you once I wrapped up the business at hand. Who would have guessed that you'd show up first? Ah, I got so excited I nearly forgot to introduce myself. The name's Shikanoin Heiso, special detective of the Tenryo Commission. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm gonna guess this guy is full of
I wish you all
himself.
the best on your journey through Teyvat, by the way. Huh. I guess that means I've taken over as the main character in your story today. I've always heard that you take commissions from all kinds of people, helping everyone out with everything you can imagine. So now it's my turn to take your help, huh? That was already obvious to me. It's no coincidence that you've arrived here, because that would be the stuff of an epic novel. The two protagonists of the story both travel to Watatsumi Island by chance and cross paths as if by fate.
Huh.
The traveler from afar heroically rescues the weak and defenseless detective from the clutches of the ruthless Nobushi. Traveler, you are so dreamy.
Oh.
Unfortunately, though, I don't believe in coincidences.
Would that change if I was Ether?
Guess I'm a detective. Can you guess what gave it away?
You're an oracle. You're...
Sounds Sounds like you already have some ideas about the work of a detective.
Nope.
Let me
Never
ask
worked
you
as a
this.
detective.
What's that your little sidekick is holding? If I'm not mistaken, it's a commission letter from the police station.
Little sidekick.
Paimon's just here to take a look. And hey, who are you calling a little sidekick? Paimon was worried she might be in danger, so Paimon came to help. Why are you two staring at Paimon?
I'm not staring, I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm also
looking.
just taking a look.
Taking a look.
She can look, but you can't.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. After all, this is the first time I've seen a voice. I must admit, I'm most intrigued.
Huh?
What? Voice?
What are you talking about?
A vision is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box. I've heard that the Traveler isn't very talkative, but given how chatty you are, you must be her voice, right?
She said it! It's confirmed! She's an emergency food.
We came here to rescue you, but you actually opened the cage yourself. You were only pretending to be captured by the Nobushi, weren't you? Pretty suspicious if you ask Paim. Come out with it, mister. What kind of schemes are you up to?
Sheesh. For someone who
Sheesh.
says they don't want to be a voice, you sure do talk a lot. Well, let me think for a moment. Yes, all this started a long time ago, during the war. Kujo Takayuki, who was head of the Tenryo Commission at the time, had secretly asked me to investigate the military capabilities of Sangonomiya. But I had already grown tired of the guy for a while, so I simply treated the trip as a paid vacation. I had heard that Watatsumi Island is really beautiful. As for the mission, I thought I'd just come up with some random excuses or whatever when I reported back. But guess what? The first night I arrived on Watatsumi Island, I had a dream.
He had a
The
dream.
dream contained only one message, an echo resounding from the depths of the earth that kept ringing in my ears.
Oh.
Something vital is missing on this island. Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island. Has something evaporated into thin air? What could it be?
What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Oh, oh, oh.
Paimon bets it must be something delicious.
Of course, Paimon. Of course.
Because the soil of Watatsumi Island can't grow crops. There's a shortage of food here.
Oh. Food, huh?
This is like... Okay, so Genshin can have visual novels with this hangout stuff. Okay! Learn something new! Missing a... music? Maybe it was just a dream. Missing Paimon?
The Great Serpent. Well, interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after I left this place, so I became even more intrigued. Was this really just... Some people believe that dreams represent the divine's helping hand. However, if you ask me, dreams have nothing to do with the gods. Instead, they are flashes of intuition. It was my intuition telling me that there was something important about this island that...
Poof!
So I decided to accept this little commission from my intuition and investigate to see if I could come up with any compelling findings. Unfortunately, the investigation has... Who knows? I felt there was something... Nah, don't worry about it. These guys were just a bunch of small fries. Besides, your arrival is much more important to me. I have a feeling you can help me find the answer to my dream. So how would you like to partner up on this one? We can
Let's
connect,
partner up.
Of course, I understand.
No, they didn't.
Then it's probably nothing major. Most likely they're short on staff or something petty like that. And they happen... So since we're already here, Why don't we just solve? Once everything is settled, I'll gladly accompany you back to the police station, or anywhere else you'd like to go.
I think we should bring you back first. There's someone concerned about your safety.
What a sterling example of dedication. In that case, I'll accompany you back to the police station first. We can discuss the issue of Watatsumi Island later.
Interesting. Oh, there's pearls right here. Nani? Nanny?
Oh, look who showed up. Hazo, you're finally— Listen, if you took any longer to come back, everyone at the police station would be toast.
You say that every time I come back, Uesugi. However, something does feel a little unusual about the police.
Come on, would I ever lie to you? Madame Kujo-Sara is here, and she's on the warpath, so be on the lookout.
What's that lady doing here?
Doshin Shikanoi, I see you finally returned. Please, enlighten us. What have you been doing recently?
Okay. I was just out investigating a case.
Don't give me that. I checked the records here. You didn't take any cases.
Actually, it's a case of personal relevance to me. These two can attest to that.
Traveler? Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Well, hello there.
Brought him back? Can someone please explain?
Well, Madame Kujo-Sara, because we couldn't locate Doshin Shikanoi, we commissioned Detective Ryuji from the detective agency. Shortly after, Ryuji returned to tell us, that he had given the commission to the Traveler, and then...
It used to be that the Tenryo Commission assisted others with disappearances. But it seems these days others are now assisting us. You've done it this time, Shikanoi. I think I've really seen it all.
I mean, is it really so unusual for officers and citizens to assist one another?
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was definitely an investigation. He even
Hello.
was captured by Nobushi and treasure hoarders.
How are you?
Oh, is that so? Well, since you were testifying for him, I suppose I won't ask any more questions.
Kakashi? Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I didn't.
I'd like you to be Shikanoi's temporary supervisor. It'll be your duty to ensure that he handles his case properly, and that he doesn't disappear and neglect his work again.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll be sure that the police station prepares the appropriate compensation.
Yes, ma'am, Sarah.
Oh, yes, Traveler. I'm sure we'd all really appreciate it.
I'm doing good. Just, I've never done one of these hangouts before. And I just... Yeah, that's great. Okay. I was making sure.
You should thank the Traveler this time, Doshin Shikanoi. Otherwise, I don't think I would have let you off so easily. Here, take this letter of complaint. It's written against you. Please consider carefully what to do with it. I do not wish to see another one.
Huh? Someone filed a complaint.
But yeah, this is my first time doing one of the hangout things.
Why would there be a complaint letter?
You must not be doing your job properly, and now you're attracting complaints.
No, it really doesn't add up. You two don't get it. Although Madame Kujo-Sara just made some harsh remarks, we all know that Hazel is a real whiz when it comes to cracking cases. He's the biggest asset in our team.
I figured with the new character, like, I already did Kazuha's story quest early in the stream. So I decided to do the latest hangout, but this is
definitely no slacker.
Then he must have gotten himself into some kind
like
of
the hangouts are almost like a visual novel game type. That's what it feels like.
Oh,
Until you have to go somewhere and then it's back to being the normal Genshin game.
The desk where new case files are kept right over there. Would you mind helping me check what cases I need to deal with? Of course. But first, I have to confirm what's going on, and whether or not the letter's legit. Please, have a look at the case files first.
Not oh, okay. I didn't mean to skip that so far.
Who would give a dog such a strange name?
What the... Talks fraud. Oh. Oh shit.
Hazel talks fraud? What's that? Sounds interesting, whatever it is.
Though,
So, have you gone
are
through
you
the case
excited
files?
for
Is there anything that caught your eye?
3.0 to come out? I mean, 2.8, you got him and Kazuha's story quest. That's about it, but...
Oh, have they approved it already? Huh. The Tenryo Commission certainly has become more efficient ever since...
Yeah, they're just talking for the most part.
So, what is Hazel Talks fraud?
Basically like a visual novel, if you played
It's an
any of
anti-fraud public awareness event.
any
Basically,
game like
think
that.
of it as a short play about fraud. We'll get a few people to perform an entertaining drama in order to raise public awareness.
One
about
game
the
that I
issue.
can think of is Doki Doki Literature Club, to be a visual novel.
So it's a play? Paimon likes the sound of that.
Well, see, fraud is a major issue here. You've traveled between different nations. I'm sure Mora isn't really an issue for you.
Yeah, all the new Dandros stuff.
You have to understand that scamming the poor of their money is essentially robbing them of their lives. Left unchecked, the situation could potentially deteriorate into something more...
I'm excited for the new characters.
serious.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they just started adding, like, the effect on yourself with it. But, like, adding the characters with it.
Crimes is more difficult than solving them. There's no doubt about that. But prevention is also
Well,
a
you
more
already
worthwhile
have the
cause.
elements and whatnot. It should be interesting.
Maybe only a small
to say
number
the
of
least.
people who attend the event will, and even then, of the handful of attendees who encounter said scam artist. But if even only one person escapes the clutches of a scam artist because of my event, then I'm willing to put on this play for that person.
Alright, count us in. Today we are the anti-fraud messengers.
Anti-fraud messengers.
Great. First, we need 3 actors, 2 to play the scam artists and 1 to play the victim. I already have a couple candidates in mind for the roles of the scam artists, so come with me to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Alrighty. Wait, I just wanted to teleport. Yeah. Yeah, it should be cool.
If we're going to the Grand Narukami Shrine,
Is there any characters that you're
go for your play.
that you've seen?
Really good at acting.
Well, I guess you'll have to wait and see.
That you've seen in the trailer? How long have I been playing Genshin? Since probably I don't know when my first stream of this was, but it was probably in January. Yeah, I have a decent amount of 5-star characters. I mean, I would say. Are you waiting for it? Waiting for him? Yeah, I mean, I have a decent amount of 5 stars, I would say. For me, a lot of people are like, oh, you lost your 50-50 with some of them. But I'm like, for me, I'm like, 5 stars a 5-star. Like, whether I choose to build them up or not, it is what it is. But yeah, I want to say mid-January of this year is when I first started, so. But like, I haven't moved up. I should up my world level though. But in my ranking, like, I'm easily probably past 50 or gonna make 50 easily with the amount of XP that I have. But I still want to build a couple more characters.
What are you doing here, you little brat? Oh, and the traveler too. So, I assume you're here to see Lady Yae?
That was not the voice I was expecting.
Hey, come on, cuz. Maybe I'm just here to see you.
Don't play your little games with me. If the traveler isn't looking for Lady Yae, then you must be here looking for Etsu, right?
You still know me best, cuz.
Please wait here. I'll go get her. Huh, so we're not here to see Miko? Bummer.
I'm flying.
Same, Paimon.
Even if I wanted to. Do you really think I could convince Lady Yae to...
Yeah, I haven't done the rank up quest yet. You saw how much XP I have too.
Well, hello, Detective Hazo. It's been so long since you last came to see me. You know, it's cruel to keep a girl waiting.
Hey, community service isn't all bad, is it?
That's right. I was careless and found myself caught up in a case of fraud. Detective Hazo arrested me, and I was sentenced to prison.
Yeah. I mean, I've been just building characters. Though I probably should up the world level and do that eventually.
Oh, come now, Detective Hazo.
But I guess I'm just a little hesitant. I don't know.
The part you played. You have a cold heart, Detective. Colder than an icicle in the middle of winter.
But like my main 4, I want to get at least get their talents up to what I can't up it
of my involvement in whereabouts,
until like level 50.
So, how did you end up here at the Shrine?
I'm here doing community service, of course. After all the information Detective Hazo managed to squeeze out of me, he promised to help secure
Around 55? Okay.
But in the
Just gonna
end,
say, it probably
I reduced my
takes
sentence
a
at all.
lot.
Even after serving a lengthy prison term, I am still required to perform community service. I have to spend the entire day sweeping leaves or wiping floors. Just so, don't believe a
And that
word
part is
that
why
comes
I'm
out of his
kind
mouth.
of easing my way through it.
I helped you get community service because you were credited with assisting the investigation. But if you find it too exhausting, I can always send you back to prison again.
Oh, come on, Detective Hazo. Now you're just toying with me.
Don't give me that. Listen, I'd like to invite you to the anti-fraud event I mentioned last time. It's tomorrow night, and you'll be a VIP guest. Let's see. Appearing in the event would be equivalent to, what, 5 days of community service? How does that sound?
Only 5 days? That's hardly anything.
5 days not enough? Okay. How about 4 days?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey! That's a day less than what you
Well, that
promised
doesn't
to
surprise
do,
me
Heizo.
with how it
My
is.
mistake. 3 days.
All right, I'll go. Just stop playing with my heart.
Yeah.
And may I ask, will they also be coming as a guest tomorrow night? No wonder you're treating me so coldly today, Detective Heizo.
Yeah, I have a
Looks like you found someone else to keep
I have
you
a friend
company.
that's
And what a charmer they
adventure
are.
rank 60.
I get
So
Natsu, now's not the time. If I hear you talking like that to my friend again, I'll make your community service even more unpleasant than your time in prison.
I never really asked them how the XP is
Oh, I'm so sorry.
to
I
get
had
there,
no
but
idea they were your
they've been
friends.
playing since 2020
Well, now
when
you
it came
do.
out.
Just be sure you're ready tomorrow. I'll send you the location, time of the event, and the script. So don't be late.
I also have another friend that's at level 56.
All right, on to our next candidate. He should be in town right about now.
And another friend who was at... Yeah. Let's just say they helped me quite a bit with certain characters. I would say, though they have most of the chests unlocked and all that. Where am I going? Where? Okay, Jesus. Here's me just going throughout the map.
Mr. Iba, how are you doing?
Oh, well, if it isn't Heizo. Thanks to you, I haven't kicked the bucket yet.
Well, it's good to see you're alive. And well.
All right, out with it. I know you wouldn't come see me for nothing.
I see you're still sharp as ever, Mr. Iba. Look, have you had a chance to think
Yeah, it
about
probably
the
must have
anti-fraud
taken
event I
forever,
mentioned to you
but
last time?
You can forget it. I'm pushing 71 this year. You think I want to make a fool of myself?
But I also have another friend who's at the same adventure rank. Started way before me. Who is not quite there yet. Yeah, I'm on an American server.
Are you sure? You know, this event is very well funded. And now that the Sakoku decree has been repealed, I heard that your granddaughter Kazumi wants to take the chance to travel.
Oh.
If you participate, she can go without worrying about money at all.
Huh? How did you know? Sure, I paid a hefty... You're Heizo's colleague, aren't you? How haven't you heard about this?
Yeah, I'm American server.
Well, it just so happens that Mr. Iba was a well-known figure in Inazuma back in the day. His Iba Trading Guild was even bigger than the current International Trade Association.
Don't bring it up again. If I hadn't been misled by that foreign merchant, I never would have become a commercial scammer. Fortunately, young Heizo here has some respect for the elderly and applied for a probationary sentence. Otherwise, I don't think I would have ever seen the light of day again.
Well, if Hazel was so good to you, then you should help him out too.
He's not as innocent as he looks, you know. He just knows it's easier to get information when we're chatting outside. Ask him if you don't believe me.
Oh yeah, I'm... I would say, yeah. Seems, yep.
Those are some pretty harsh words, Mr. Iba.
I got a couple series of light novels, but
Anyway,
I used to
I can't help you with that,
read
event or whatever you
manga once in a while, but I switched it over to light novels because they've been easier to attain. As far as anime, I've probably watched over 200 something series. And that's including some that I didn't finish.
Man alive. What should I do now? I already told Kazumi that you'd show up and caution everybody about avoiding fraud. I'm sure it'd be beneficial for everyone. And Kazumi even agreed to come and listen. She might even think that you feel no remorse at all.
You imbecile! You should have told me about this first.
Come on now. How could I have known that you'd refuse to participate?
Why, you sure are a crafty one, just like your father.
So you'll join us?
What choice do I have? Using my granddaughter to force me into some event. People these days.
Yeah, I don't know the exact count. I want to say it's around there. 200 something.
So don't forget to prepare.
Yeah, same. I lost track after a while.
Very well.
Well then. Now we only need to find the last person to play the role of the fooled victim. We don't want someone too clever for this role. Otherwise, they'd see right through this ruse and the drama would come to a grinding halt.
Not too clever.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. I've seen him in the police station a handful of times, though I've never actually spoken to him before. Do you know where we can find him?
Well, we did just see a file called the Prince of Mischief in Hanamizaka. That's gotta be Ito. He must be in Hanamizaka.
Poor Ito.
Alright then, to Hanamizaka we go. Oh, but knowing his reputation, I'll need to bring a little something along just to guarantee we can secure his participation. You go ahead.
Same. I've lost track. Because I've watched many different types. And I've watched a few where I was like, what the fuck did I just watch?
How about that, kiddo? My little Prince of Mischief's got some moves, huh? Guess that means your Onikabuto is now my Onikabuto.
Ito! What are you up to?
Huh? Oh, Paimon, my compadre. This is a nice surprise. What brings you out this way?
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free.
No, it's not. No, it's nothing like that. They let me look after their Onikabuto just for a little while for safekeeping, and then, you know, once they've gotten stronger, they can come and take him right back.
You win some, you lose some.
That's right, my little guy. Good attitude. All right, see you around. Yeah.
Because the person, like, I should say, I'm friends with them on Genshin, with the person with the adventure rank 60. Yeah, just will leave you wondering what wondering what just happened and why. Yeah.
There's just no helping this guy.
Oh, an anti-fraud event? Ah, I'll level with you, compadre. I have no idea what that is, but if you want me there.
But yeah, the adventure rank 60 person friended me too, so they were just like, yeah.
Except that there's this Onikabuto battle royale
I was like, sweet.
that I was planning on going to. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. No holds barred. Winner takes home all the Onikabuto. And as you can see, my Prince of Mischief has a pretty good chance of winning this thing. So.
Do you think all of those Onikabuto together would be a match for my one?
Oh.
Huh? Well, what this?
Yeah, there's some weird ones out there where you're just like, you're just like, what the fuck?
What is this? How'd it get so big? What are you feeding this thing? Look at those beautiful demon stripes. Those razor sharp horns. Is this the fabled?
This is a small token we provide for VIPs. If you're willing to attend, then one of these will be yours at the end of the.
Whoa. Okay, I'm there. Wait a sec. You look familiar. Who are you anyway? And furthermore, do Oni Kabuto really come in this size? You're not trying to con me, are you? Because the more I think about it, the more I'm inclined to think that you're a contestant in tomorrow night's Oni Kabuto Battle Royale!
Data Bio?
Yeah, you lost to me in a previous Beetle battle, and now you're trying to get the reigning champ out of the way. Without Prince of Mischief to contend
Alright.
with, you'll be free to sweep in and... Am I right or am I right? Nice try, you little punk. 10 out of 10 for the pitch, but, you picked the wrong victim.
Okay. Then again, consider this. If your Prince of Mischief isn't competing, what's the point of me taking part? After all I'd stand to win is a bunch of puny little larvae.
Well, you've stumped me there. You are completely right. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Sorry, my bro, my main man, my buddy. I had you all wrong.
He don't just fully 180.
I was already wondering if you were trying to con him.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I'm Shikanoin Heizo. I've seen you around a few times before at the police station.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I remember now. No wonder you looked so familiar. You were that guy who was in for stealing other people's Oni Kabuto, right? Listen, Heizo, hombre, did you apologize to them? You can lose like a man, you can win like a man, but you can never steal like a man. And that's a little Ito nugget.
Leave it to Nico.
He works there, for crying out loud. He's not one of your fellow inmates.
What? Oh, jeez. What's wrong with me? How could I forget? Of course I know you. I remember you now. For real, this time. You're the guy who sells lavender melons at the station, aren't you?
A lavender melon seller? At the police station? Don't be ridiculous.
What the fuck is happening here?
You know what I saw, okay? Several times now I've been sitting there starving in jail when this guy comes and slips me a few lavender melons on the sly. Didn't even want payment.
Yeah, that was me. But it was only because your assistant, Kuki Shinobu, asked me to look out for you.
What? So Shinobu was behind it? Wait, so hombre, you're not a lavender melon seller?
Look, we're getting hung up on all the wrong details. The important detail right now
The important
is that
detail.
I'm the host of tomorrow night's event. And if you show up, the Oni Kabuto in the picture is yours.
Deal, done. But could I get another look at that picture first? Just a little peek-see?
You'll have all the time in the world to inspect the real article once the event's over.
Okay, sure. I can wait. So, hombre, is there anything I need to do to prepare? Because if I'm doing this, I'm bringing my A game, alright? No half measures here. I'm gonna do this right.
He sure picks his moments to start acting responsibly.
Okay, so for this event, you, my,
Bro,
will be
Jesus.
participating in a short anti-fraud play along with 2 other VIP attendees. The main thing we ask is that you just relax. Try not to be nervous. I have the script, right here, if you want to take a...
Script? What? It sounds like someone's never seen the Arataki gang perform before, huh?
Oh boy.
Don't you worry, hombre. The Arataki gang is a little beyond the need for scripts. You'll see, this Oni Kabuto will be well worth your investment.
You, don't need a script? Wow, well, now I'm excited. See you there tomorrow night.
You
Oh,
bet.
boy.
I'll be there. I'm gonna tell the gang about this, too. They'll all be there to support us.
Wait until the following day. So. Well. Let's do that. Aiko is mid. I don't think my friend will will agree with that. But oh yay, that's funny. Okay, Ito. Okay, but on that note, bathroom break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Oh, damn. So you have Ganyu? Or Ganyu? Or Ganyu? That's one character I probably would switch Aika for, to be honest. Wait, I don't have to go that far, right? Or Shinha. For Cryo. For Cryo characters, either Shinha or Ganyu. I would hands down just start a following day. I read it correctly, Jesus. What time? That time? Yeah, Ito's pretty good. I personally wouldn't use him, but like, as far as the story goes, he's a pretty fun character. Can I teleport to that? Yeah, I can.
It's almost time. Everyone ready? All right. Then let's get this show started.
Oh, I can't wait, Mr. Hazo.
Oh.
Let's get going, Hazo.
Wait a second. Why does she have this hairdo?
Emperor Kabuto, hang in there, Your Highness. I'm coming for you.
It takes years to make a fortune, but only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Welcome to the first Hazo Talks Fraud. I am your eponymous host, Hazo.
Oh, you didn't roll for it? I mostly just wanted to get Kuki Shinobu. Which eventually I was like, oh, okay, I got her. Then I was like, yeah, well, we'll try a little bit more, few more wishes, and then ended up getting
I'm
Ito.
delighted to have you all here today to explore the topic of fraud.
But I was mostly after that 4-star
To help
Electro.
everyone avoid becoming the victim of scam artists themselves, we thought
I
we'd
have
invite
him,
several
though.
VIPs with a lot of experience in this area to perform a little play with
I
an
did like
anti-fraud message.
2 sets of wishes.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage
Second set, I got him. I was like, oh, okay.
Mr. Iba and the venerable gentleman, Mr. Arataki Ito. Without further ado, let the show begin.
But I really want to get
It was just another bright
Yoimiya.
Sunday when a distressed Miss Etsu brought her elderly grandpa, Iba, into the police station to report a crime. There, they were
I
greeted
like the
by
little
kindly
setup
Doshin,
we got here.
Surname, Arataki.
Doshin Arataki, please help us! My poor grandpa has been defrauded!
Doshin Arataki? You talking to me?
Perhaps for want of familiarity with the script, a confused look creeps over Doshin Arataki's face, and he asks himself that age-old question.
For me, I mean, just using Kazuha in the story quest, I'm like,
You're Doshin Arataki!
Oh, so I'm in the play. Right, yeah. Okay, got it. I'm a Doshin, of course. Okay, I got this.
Ito.
Ma'am, can you tell who it was that defrauded your grandfather? Rest assured, the Tenryo Commission and I are here to
I don't
bring
know.
them to
Yoimiya or Kazuha, I'm like, ah! Klee. Or Key? Klee? Klee. Right? Yeah.
Doshin Arataki
Oops.
frowns as he realizes this is more complicated than he thought. He takes the note in his hand and reads it out.
I am the Raiden Shogun. I am currently being held hostage by the Crux fleet and urgently need 200,000 mora to secure my release. Please place the ransom mora on the north coast of the deserted island. When all of this is over, I will promote you to General of the Tenryo Commission.
It's the almighty Shogun! We cannot let Her Excellency come to harm.
But this is a scam, surely. I mean, 200,000 mora? Kinda lowballing it for the Electro Archon, don't you think? Shouldn't it be like, 300 thou at the very least?
Well, I sure thought so, but Grandpa's already parted with the money.
Whoa.
Well, damn.
Then we gotta get it back. Is there still time?
Before I could go out to look for it, Grandpa received another note.
Doshin Arataki takes the note and reads it out loud.
I am Miss Hina.
Yeah,
I mean, raising funds to publish a photo book. I urgently need 300,000 mora for publishing fees. In return for your support, you will receive a limited edition signed.
It's Miss Hina.
For Yoimiya, I'm just like, I like your personality and stuff. I just like your character in general. So it's just like...
You're right, Gramps. Is 300,000 mora enough? I can spare some too if we need to make up the difference.
That's usually my reasoning behind
we gotta help Miss Hina out.
trying to get certain characters. There's a lot of 5 stars, so it's just like, oh, I got them, but I didn't really build them.
Oh, right, yeah, no, yeah.
Like Ito is one of those. It's just like, oh, I got them. Okay.
As her #1 fan, why would she go asking this old geezer for help? These con artists don't know who they're up against.
Well, anyway, not long after Grandpa handed over the money, he received yet another note.
Doshin Arataki grabs the note and reads it aloud.
But my thing is, Yoimiya and Yelan on the same team.
I
like,
am Arataki Ito. I was recently framed for a crime I totally did not commit, and now I'm stuck here in prison. I am in urgent need of 500,000 mora as bail. In return for your help getting me out, I will bring the whole gang over to thank you personally at your house.
Yeah, really great personality.
Scammer, surely. I've never heard of this person, and they're asking me for 500,000 more.
Wait a minute. This is a scam. I'm Arataki Ito.
You are? But you're...
Doshin Arataki follows Miss Etsu's gaze to the name tag emblazoned on his chest, which reads, Arataki Shmito.
What kind of whack job script is this? Am I me or ain't I?
So, the bail money?
She has really good personality. That's what I would say.
Would
I don't know.
ask innocent people for mora in order to post bail. Whoever wrote this is a liar and a cheat. We gotta get out there and get this guy off our
For the
streets.
most part, it's mostly like their design or personality that I've seen throughout. I'm like, I want that character.
But just as Doshin Arataki is being overcome with righteous indignation, the sound of Miss Etsu's weeping brings his attention back to her.
And to be honest, I was just like, I'm just gonna roll the 210 wishes.
Miss Etsu, don't you worry.
Just to see what happens, just to see if I get Kazuha or Klee. I ended up just getting Heizu, which is fine.
Get Grandpa's money back. Oh, whatever are we going to do about all those?
I was gonna say, Yelan is pretty
What
wicked.
was that about the Onikabuto?
Oh, well, Grandpa is a major Onikabuto breeder in our village. His are the biggest and strongest Onikabuto around. People come from far and wide to buy from him. We recently received an order that was too big for our current capacity. We were planning to expand Grandpa's facilities.
Though recently I just got Jean, who is somebody that I've wanted ever since I started playing this.
Right after we'd signed the contract, too. If we don't deliver these Onikabuto on time,
So I've been
Grandpa will have
kind
to
of
make
leveling
huge
her up.
damage if-
What's that saying? It's like, it never rains, but it snowballs. Exactly what we're dealing with.
Etsu, my dear, don't worry. I'll sell the house if I have to. We'll find a way through.
But then where will we stay? Please help us, Doshi Narataki. All we need is the 500,000 mora that was taken from us. Can you help us raise it? Or maybe you could lend it to Grandpa's business is going very well. We just need help getting over this hurdle.
Yeah, I just gotten her recently, and I was like,
Please.
yes!
I'm sure I can make it up to you by...
I won't hear of it. As a public servant, I would never dream of taking advantage of a person in need.
I was going to say, by giving you part ownership of the Oni Kabuto farm.
So for streams, I usually focus on the storyline. On occasion, I have just done by just leveling up characters from time to time, but it's mostly I've been just doing storyline
So that's what you were,
type-ish.
Yeah. That's not as enticing an offer as I was. Wait, on Oni Kabuto farm, how many Oni Kabuto did you say you have? Because if it's more than, say, 10...
So I would say both, to say the least.
10,000.
What? 10,000? Well, that's more Oni Kabuto than I've seen in my whole life.
Please help us. As long as we get through this, those 10,000 Oni Kabuto are yours to keep.
10,000 Oni Kabuto. Hey, if I look...
But recently I've been just
little baby Oni Kabuto, and then
leveling up characters because
grow up and have little baby Oni Kabuto of their own.
I've kind of caught up with the story quests, other than the hangouts. That's all I have for story quests wise.
Pure elation. His face breaks into a big beaming smile.
Which characters do I use the most
What does he do next?
often? Who's my main? Well, for the longest time, it was the Traveler. To say, I would have to say, it was the Traveler. Until I got to Inazuma.
What am I saying?
And then I started leveling up Raiden Shogun. Then Raiden Shogun took that place. Took that place. I don't know, I just... I don't know.
That's great news, Master.
For the longest time, I used
What a wonderful person you
the
are.
Traveler.
So strong and handsome and committed to doing the right thing. It's rare to find.
You could say I was a Traveler main for the longest time. Until I got to Raiden. Raiden Shogun.
That's me. All right, there's just one final question that needs answering.
What question is that?
The question is, where's my Mora? Huh. Yo, Hazel, my hombre, question for you. What's my character's salary in the script? Oh, also, any inheritance or other lump sums I should know about? Basically, can I afford this 500,000 Mora? I mean, Shmito, I can afford it. Can Shmito?
Ahem. Faced with a damsel in distress, Doshin Arataki fights to remain level-headed and asks that other age-old question. Where's my Mora? Suddenly, he feels a strange compulsion to slide his hand into his pocket where, it turns out, a bank check has been quietly nestled all along. He draws the check out and inspects it. Today is payday, and this is his salary. The amount?
Whoa, check it out! A check for 500,000 Mora! Where'd you come from, buddy? Misatsu, get this. Turns out I just got paid 500,000 Mora today. Well, here's your Mora.
Thank you so much. Master Arataki, what's...
Doshin Arataki stretches out his hand. But wait! Just as he is about to hand over the check to Miss Etsu, he hesitates, tightly pinching one end of the check betwixt his two fingers. All he needs to do now is release the check, and it will fall into Miss Etsu's eager hands. But
Master Arataki, let go!
Wait.
Doshin Arataki is having second thoughts. Has something caught his attention? Has it aroused his suspicion? Has he finally realized the truth?
So, this is an anti-fraud show, right?
Huh?
A spark of intuition bursts to life in
Since this is an anti-fraud event, I have a question.
Is he about to ask the most critical question of all?
I gotta ask.
This is it. Here it comes.
Does a Doshin really get paid this much?
Bruh.
500,000 more. Enough to get an Electro Archon out from a hostage situation, then go pay for Miss Hina's publishing costs. You telling me the
Ito.
average Doshin can do all that
Ito
on
never
one
changed,
pay
bro.
packet?
Never changed.
I don't know, seems pretty fishy to me. Hey, compadre, what do you think? Am I being scammed here?
Heizo! Ito's cheating! He asked for help!
As the spark of intuition flickers and threatens to fade, Doshin Arataki clutches around in desperation, hoping to find a source of fuel to feed the flames of enlightenment. Traveler, are you going to help this poor man out of his predicament?
Aha! Etsu and Iba! So that's what's going on here. You two are the scam artists. You put on this damsel in distress and elderly grandpa act to win my sympathy, then used a few cheap tricks to get my attention.
Never change Ito.
Then you dangled the bait in front of me, waiting for me to bite. Darn it! I knew it! Who in their right mind would give away Oni Kabuto for free, let alone 10,000 of them? It's too good to be true, and that's how I know you're the scam artists. You got a lot of nerve trying to scam a Doshin. You're coming with me, and you'll give a full confession if you know what's good for you.
Finally, with the help of his intuition and a little guidance from beyond the void, Doshin Arataki...
A little guidance beyond the void.
Not only that, but he asked a critical question. Who in their right mind would give away Oni Kabuto for free? I ask you all, is there such a thing as free Oni Kabuto? Free Mora? Or does nothing in life come for free? All right, remember, it takes years to make a fortune, but only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Thank you once again for watching Heizo Talks Fraud. Stay alert, everybody, and see you again next time.
All right. Like, there's like, you got this one kid, yay, mostly because of Ito. You got the gang, and these two, whoever they are. Like, everybody, there's like nobody there. Thunderous applause.
So,
What?
How's my acting? I think I did just fine
There's like
without a
nobody
script.
there.
Those two would-be scam artists need to up their game if they want to have a chance of taking me down.
Hello? Without that hint from the Traveler, you would have handed that cash away without a second thought.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I should thank her for the timely hint. But I pretty much knew off the bat that something fishy was about to go down, so, you know, it was just a matter of time before I saw right through their scam. Seriously, oldest trick in the book. Who's gonna fall for that?
You almost did.
Old tricks they may well be.
These two
The
random
reason they've
people.
stood the test of time is that the ideal victim is always out there somewhere. People who are behind on the times, naive, socially isolated, or have cognitive deficiencies. Just because they don't always get noticed doesn't mean they're not there. Scammers cast a wide net. Sure, maybe 10,000 fish will escape, but they only need one catch for them to win and for us to lose.
Well, no more losing from now on. Not with me here to protect everyone. I think we can all agree that my performance today shows I'm savvy enough to keep the scammers at bay.
Are you sure about that?
Don't be too confident. Anyway, Ito, my old... What was it again?
Bro?
Yes, bro. Here's the reward you were promised.
Ah, music to my ears. Emperor Oni Kabuto, come to Papa. Oh, look at those sharp horns and those beautiful stripes. Well, hold on. Hazo, my hombre, why won't it move? Hey, bud, move! Oh no, I think this one might have, joined the big beetle battle in the sky.
Big beetle.
It's a figurine, so not the moving kind.
What? A figure? So, it's a fake?
Man alive, you seem a little surprised. Wait, you didn't actually think this was a real Oni Kabuto, did you? No, surely not. Ito, old chap, you must have seen from the photograph that it was a figurine. Don't tell me you didn't notice. Really?
Oh god.
Little punk! Give me my Emperor Oni Kabuto!
Oh Jesus. Hey. Okay. Was that it? Like... Oh. So you get multiple hangout memories? Huh. More stuff to do. Got scammed. Or maybe he's just dumb. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit both. That's for sure. Almost level 9. Damn. 7, 8. I feel like this is my only cryo character that I have up there. I started building her until I got Ayaka. And then some odd reason I was starting to build him, and then I got Chi-Chi. So building her up. But yeah, as far as cryo characters, I kind of wish I had Ganyu or Shinha.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Yeah, I just need a little bit more. Then be level 80. Level 80, level 80, level 80. Boom. What's this? Oh. 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 Okay, never mind. I was like, what? Nani? Notice. Just the events and whatnot. But on that note, I think I'm gonna end my stream. I think I'm gonna end it here. But Kakashi, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I'm usually playing this a lot anyways, so if I'm not streaming it and you see me on, I guess feel free. Send me a message if you want. Entirely up to you. But on that note, I will talk to y'all later. Peace.